Hey guys, this is Enewerume Content Queen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome to the tutorial on how to self-publish an ebook on Amazon Kindle. Alright, so I would like that you listen to my voice and pay attention to the picture that you see on your screen and try to get this process as much as you can. Alright, so all the tutorial videos I've made so far, I used my smartphone to do them, but for the sake of publishing your ebook on Amazon Kindle, you do not want to use a smartphone. You absolutely do not want to do that. You need to get a laptop. So if you don't have a laptop, if it means that you need to borrow from someone, please borrow so you can see every single step clearly and publish your book correctly on Amazon, because there are a lot of limitations when it comes to using your smartphone to do stuff like publishing your book on Amazon Kindle. Alright, so when you have your laptop, what you need to do first is to go to Google Chrome browser. I always recommend Google Chrome browser because to me that's one of the best browsers out there. So when you have your Google Chrome browser, you type www.kdp.amazon.com www.kdp.amazon.com. You're not trying to go directly to Amazon, you're going to Amazon Kindle. Alright, so when you type the web address, you don't have an account, an Amazon Kindle account, you register or you sign up, and once your account is created, then you'll be directed to your bookshelf. Now, because you've not published any book before, your bookshelf will be empty. So let's get started with publishing. Now that you've been directed to your bookshelf, your account has been created, the next thing you need to do is to click on Kindle ebook. Alright, because we are trying to publish your ebook on Amazon, so you click on Kindle ebook. That's where you actually want to go. Alright, so now that you've clicked on Kindle ebook, you can see that there are three bars there. You have Kindle ebook details, Kindle ebook content, and Kindle ebook pricing. So we are currently on the first stage, and on the first stage, the first thing you have there is to choose your language preference. What language do you want to publish your book in? Alright, so my book, the book I'm going to be using to create this tutorial, I'm going to be publishing the book in English. Alright, so now that you have English as your book title, as your book language, the next thing you need to check is your book title. What is the title of your book? So my book is Profitable Content Creation Guide, a worksheet. Alright, so when you've written down your book title, the next thing you need to have is your subtitle. Now, a subtitle is optional. It's not all books that will have subtitle, but if a book has a subtitle, then you need to fix in that detail. So now that we've set the language, we've written the book title and the subtitle if you have, the next thing we need to check is your book a series? So if you are writing a book that is a series, probably a trilogy or whatever you have to write the name of that series, and if it's the first series, it should be series 1. If it's the second one, it should be series 2. Okay, so I'm publishing a non-fiction book, so this book absolutely has no series, so I'm just going to leave that particular place blank. Next thing you need to check is the edition number. If your book is probably the second edition or the first edition, maybe you plan to upgrade the book in the coming years and you plan to improve on the book, then you can write first edition. Just write 1 edition number. If it's the second edition, then you indicate as well. Then the next detail is author, primary author or contributor. That's the person who is the primary writer of that particular book. So in this case, it is me, and so my name is there, Esther Odafe. And then the next information you have to fill is contributors. Do you have contributors? Is it a book that you co-authored with someone or with a couple of people? So you have to fill in all those details there, because you do not want to take credit alone for a book that you co-wrote with someone or with a group of people. But if you're the only person who wrote a book, then it's fine to just leave yourself as the only contributor. Alright, so now that that's sorted out, the next information we need to fill is your book description. This will appear on your book's Amazon detail page. So there's a saying that don't judge a book by its cover, but I'm here to tell you that people actually judge a book by its cover and by the description of the book. Your description can also fly as your about book, what your book is about, because that's what, when people read what the book is about, that's what will determine their buying decision. So if your description of your book is not spot on, if it's not convincing enough, people will actually not buy. So the description of your book is like a sales copy, is what you use to convince people and tell people, hey, this is why you need to buy my book. So after description, we have publishing rights. I clicked on I own the copyright and I hold the necessary publishing rights. This is because I'm the only person who authored this book. If your book is a public domain work, then you need to indicate that your book is a public domain work. So the next thing you have are keywords. Now you can enter up to 7 search keywords that describe your book. Definitely, there are particular words that when people search for, your book should be associated with those particular keywords. Alright, so I'm just going to show you how I wrote the description of my book so that you can have an idea of how I infused the keywords into the description of my book, because that's really important also. Okay, so your keywords should be words that when people search for them, they can find your book when they search using any of those keywords, and your keywords must be contained in the description of your book. So I'm just going to show you the full description of my book. So here I have that the profitable content creation guide is a worksheet. As you can see, it's in bold, that helps online business owners. It's already bold. Create high converting and engaging social media content. This worksheet contains pertinent questions online business owners must answer in order to understand who their target customers are, what they want, and how to reach them. In this worksheet to be guided on, this is where I list my bullet points. So when you are trying to write the description of your book, it is important that you look at your table of contents and then use bullet points to highlight every single thing that whoever reads your book will gain. That makes your book stand out and gives your book a higher chance of someone saying, oh wow, this is everything I stand to gain when I buy this book. So when you outline all that your readers stand to gain using your table of contents, obviously it is going to, give your book a higher chance of getting bought by someone. Alright, so in this worksheet to be guided on 1, how to identify your target customers, 2, analyzing the demographics of your target customers, 3, how to dig deep to know what problems your target customers have, 4, how to show your products or services can really solve the problems, the fundamentals of storytelling, how to use storytelling to appeal to the emotions of your target customers and sell, how to write content that sparks up engagement. So I listed every single thing anyone who buys my book stands to gain, and this is what you also want to do when you're writing your book description. So the first paragraph should be like a summary of what your book is about, and then you list out the benefits of what whoever buys your book stands to gain. So now that we filled out the description, we filled out the keywords. As you can see here, the keywords were gotten from this particular book description. Each word you see here in bold are what I used for my keywords. Okay, and then now that I have publishing rights, we can then go on to the next stage. So the next stage is categories, and this involves you fixing your book in the right categories. If you don't fix your book in the right categories, when people search for books in that particular category that your book should be in and they don't find your book, then it means that your book is where it should not be in. So you need to know if you're writing fiction book, if you're writing non-fiction book. And it's always great that you research out categories that are not too crowded, categories that are hot selling markets, if you want your book to sell well and then reach Amazon best-selling author. Okay, so you want to make sure that your categories are set appropriately. As you can see here, these are the categories that I chose for my own book. Okay, so let's go back to the category part. Then next we have age and grade range. So this is for people who wrote children's books. So if the book you're publishing is for children, then you definitely need to fill out this particular information here. But the book I wrote is not for children, so I'm just going to skip it. Then the next part we see here is pre-order. You have two options, either to say I'm ready to release my book now, or make my Kindle ebook available for pre-order. Now, the good thing about making your book ready for release now is because when your book goes live, if there's any change you need to make, you can go back and edit your book after your book has been published, after your book has gone live. If you need to change the cover, if you need to change the details, if you need to reformat the book, anything you want to do, you can actually do that when your book is released now and has gone live. Unlike when you do pre-order, people just pre-order and then they pre-order with the errors. So when you improve your book, they don't get the opportunity to get the improved version. So it's always advisable that you choose that you should release your book now. So let's keep going. Awesome. So we are done with stage 1, Kindle ebook details. You can see there's a green tick sign there that says complete. So the next aspect you need to go to is Kindle ebook content, and the first thing you need to the first detail you need to fill there is your manuscript. Okay, now you need your manuscript to you need to enable digital rights management. Now, what does digital rights management do for you? It helps you in a way that when you upload your book on Amazon, someone else will not download it and then re-upload as theirs. So it's like an extra protection for your book. So it is always advisable that you enable digital rights management. That's how you can see yes. Then the next stage under that manuscript option is to upload your ebook manuscript. So in this particular stage, you need your book to be in the right format for Amazon Kindle. I've tried uploading my book in PDF and sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. And in order to save yourself the stress of putting your book in any of these formats that you can see here, doc, codec, HTML, EPUB, RTF, plain text, and KPF, I advise that it is best you upload your book in MOBI format. Okay, so if you've written a book in document format or your book is already in PDF, you don't have to stress yourself to think, oh, how do I get my book converted to MOBI? I have a tutorial video. You can just click on the I button here, and then that tutorial video will show you how to convert your book from any format it is in to Amazon MOBI format. Okay, so that's like the perfect format for you to upload your book to Amazon Kindle in. Just make sure that you convert whatever format your book is in to that Amazon MOBI format. So the tutorial video is up there. Just click on the I button above there and then you see how to convert your book to Amazon Kindle format, which is the .mobi version. So let's get to the next stage, which is Kindle ebook cover. Okay, so in Kindle ebook cover, if you already have your book cover design created using any tool you like, for me I used Canva to create my book cover design and it came out really well. Your book cover needs to be in either JPG format or TIFF format only. That's the only acceptable format for book cover design. So if you have your book cover ready, you need to make sure that it is in JPG. If it's not in JPG, then you go convert it to JPG format. If you don't have your book cover design ready, you can click the option above that says use cover creator to make your book cover. All right, so Amazon has an application that helps you create your cover design on the spot. So I've uploaded my cover design, and then the next step is Kindle ebook preview. And this is where you see what your book looks like when it gets published. Okay, so it will show you in the various devices that your book can be in. It will give an insight into how people would see your book when they buy it, when they download it. So you want to make sure that you preview your book and see that your book is actually all right. So the next step here is Kindle ebook ISBN. Now I will advise that you leave this particular space blank because Amazon is going to give you their own ISBN. All right, so if it is a book that you've already published, if you already self-published your book and you have your book ISBN, I'll just advise that you just leave it blank. Don't write the ISBN number. Even if you have it, just leave it blank. Amazon will still assign you ASBN, Amazon Standard Book Number. So just leave that part blank and let's get to the next step. Okay, so now that we've left the ISBN blank, you also need to leave the publisher information blank and then click save and continue. So once you click that, you see that Kindle ebook content, which is step 2, is already marked complete, and then we go into step 3, which is Kindle ebook pricing. Now this is where it gets really interesting. So the first detail you need to select here is KDP select enrollment. So I will advise that you select and you enroll your book in KDP select. Now why is that? When you enroll your book in KDP select, you have two options. First option is Kindle countdown deal, and the second option is free book promotion. So I'm going to go into details later, into more details about these two particular deals, and they're really amazing. So you need to enroll your book in KDP select, because the benefits are that you can choose any of these options, either the Kindle countdown deal or the free book promotion, and then Amazon helps you to market your book so that it reaches more people, and the more people your book can reach, the more chances you have that people get to buy your book. So enroll your book in KDP select. Okay, so next point is territories. You want to choose that your book should be all over the world, because of course, why are you publishing your book on Amazon if you don't want your book to be seen by everybody all over the world? So you need to choose that you want that. So enrolling your book in KDP select helps your book to reach more people, and the more people buy, the higher your chances are of getting to the best sellers list. So let's continue. Okay, so now we have royalty and pricing. Okay, so you have to select either 35% royalty or 70% royalty, and I'm going to explain that. 35% royalty means that whatever price you set your book at, you get 35% of the royalty if you choose 35% royalty. But if you choose 70% royalty, it means that you get 70% of the amount that comes from each sale of your book. So let me explain the difference. Of course, anyone who sees 70% will be like, oh hey, I need to go for 70% royalty. But here's the catch. Now when you enroll your book at 70% royalty, the price of your book must start from $2.99. like that's the least price you can set your book at, from $2.99 to $9.99. That's the highest you can set your book at. So if you are going to be using 70% royalty and you know that you want to set your book for probably $14, then you can't use 70% royalty. You need to choose 35% royalty. So it is always advisable for you that you pick the one that suits your book. And I always say that as a first-time author, someone who people don't really know, it is best you price your book between $1.99 to $4.99. like that's a safe spot for rookie authors. If people don't really know you, you're trying to establish authority, you're trying to get your name out there, don't price your book too high, because people, like an unknown name, people don't really know you. So you need to set your book price at a comfortable level that when people see, they'll be like, okay, let me buy and just like give this person a shot. Okay, so if you are to choose 70% royalty, the highest price you can set for your book is $9.99. But if you choose 35% royalty, the least pricing you can go for is $0.99 to the highest is $200. So if you're someone who wants to set your book at $30, then you have to choose 35% royalty. Now here's another catch. There's what they call book lending. So we're just going to see that in a bit, and then I'll show you why choosing any of these options, you really need to be careful. You need to like decide and know what you really want when you're choosing the pricing for your book. Alright, so here's the catch. The next step here is book lending. Now because I already chose the 70% royalty plan, Amazon has automatically ticked allow lending for this book for me. And the good thing about lending is when you allow Amazon lend your book to people, you get a certain commission. Like it's a really small amount of money, but like they say, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. So as more people lend your book, you get a certain cut from your book. Okay, so That's why if you choose 70% royalty, you don't have any option. Like, this particular book lending option is already automatically chosen for you. But if you choose 35% royalty, then you have the option to say, okay, I want to give my book out for book lending, or I don't want to give my book out. Like, you have the liberty to do that because your royalty plan is actually lower than 70% royalty. So that's what you also need to consider when choosing the pricing for your book. So before I continue, I just want to say that please, if you've not liked this video, if you've not shared it to your friends already, and if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't make me feel bad. Okay, so let's continue. And the next step is terms and conditions. Of course, you obviously have to agree if you are going to be on Amazon, and terms and conditions is saying that it can take up to 72 hours for your book to be available for purchase on Amazon. Now, once you click on publish your Kindle ebook, Amazon will start checking if there's anything wrong with your book, or if your book is fine, if it's good to go. Then once you've clicked on publish your Kindle ebook, you see a message that says success, your ebook has been published. All right, so for me, like all the times I've published on Amazon, it just takes like 24 hours for Amazon to send me an email saying that my book is live. So I don't know how long it will take for you, but normally it takes 24 hours for me to get the message in my email that my book is now live. So when your book is live, it means that every other person around the world can see your book. So once you've hit the publish button, just get the congratulatory message that says congratulations, your book has been published on Amazon. So we're just going to close this tab now, because this pop-up bar, because we are not publishing paperback. This tutorial is just for ebook publishing. All right, so now that your book is on Amazon and you're still waiting for Amazon to send you the email that your book is now live, what you need to do next is to create your author central page on Amazon. You need it. It's like your library that tells people who you are. Like, it just gives people more information about you as an author. So to create your author central page, just go to authorcentral.amazon.com. authorcentral.amazon.com. So you click on author page on the menu bar there, and then the next thing you need to do just to fill out your details. You have your biography, just fill it out. You have pictures, you have videos, you use your social media URL. You can just add every single thing you want people to know about you as an author. All right, so when your book is live, you can then link your books to your author central page. The number of books you've published when they are live, when you click on books there on the menu bar, you see that you can add books to your author central page so that people can actually connect you to the book that you've published on Amazon. So I'm just going to explain more, like I said, about the KDP Select benefit, which is Kindle countdown deal and the free book promotion. I'm going to explain that in details in a bit. All right, so as soon as Amazon tells you that your book is live, as soon as they send you an email, all you need to do is to go back to your bookshelf. Just type in your search bar and just type www.kdp.amazon.com. Then you log in, you sign in, go to your bookshelf. Now that particular book that you chose, you see a button, promote and advertise. Click on that and it will lead you to this particular page. Now when you get to this page, you see run a price promotion. This is where it is important that your book is enrolled in KDP Select, because if your book is not enrolled in KDP Select, you will not have these options. Now you have two options: Kindle countdown deal and you have free book promotion. Now you can only choose one of these offers. Either you choose Kindle countdown deal or you choose free book promotion. You can't do both, you just choose one. Now let me explain more what Kindle countdown deal is all about. In Kindle countdown deal, you have the option to have the opportunity to set your book at different prices on different days. So it's like a countdown. Let's say you have a countdown for 3 days, and the original price of your book is $4.99. So on the first day, you can decide, okay, I'm giving this book out for $1.99. Anybody who buys that book that day gets it for that price. Day 2, $2.99, and day 3, $3.99. So once it's day 4, your book reverts to its original price. That's Kindle countdown deal, and it's a really amazing feature. So you either choose that or you choose free promotion days. Now, free promotion days is when you give your book out for free, like absolutely free at zero cost. Okay, so you can choose to run your promotion for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Maximum number of days is 5. As you can see here, I've already used 3 out of 5 for this particular book, my Content Marketing Made Easy book, because the book I just published now is not live yet. So I'm trying to use my previous book to show you an example. Okay, so if you do Kindle free promo, it's really amazing. That was what helped my book get to this Content Marketing Made Easy. It helped my book get to #1 on Amazon best-selling list for free books. Okay, and because the categories I chose were really hot selling categories, so that's why it's important that you research categories and make sure that the category that you are uploading your book in, it's a hot selling market. Okay, so personally I prefer free promo days because your book is at zero cost, so people just be like, oh, let me just download it, it's at zero cost, I'm just going to try it out. And that really helped me get my book to #1 on Amazon best-selling book free under free category. Okay, so for free promo days, you can just choose the number of days you want your book to run for, and as soon as you publish your book and then fix your book on any of these KDP promo, it is important that as soon as your book goes live, you just choose any of these promos and then run it immediately. Now, what you want to do also is to check your book every hour, because Amazon's ranking keeps changing every single hour. So you want to check every hour and then take a screenshot when your book hits the bestseller list, so that you can also say that you're an Amazon best-selling author. So I hope this tutorial is really helpful for you, and I hope that you take home these lessons and then publish your book on Amazon and then be on your way to say, oh, I'm also an author. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you learn a lot and that you put what you've learned to practice. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.